Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be another kind of trying on new products sort of video. I've got a few products that I haven't tried out yet from my birthday haul, so I'm going to give that a go today. I also just received in the mail Kylie Jenner Loose Powder Highlights, so the Ultra Glows. These are the ones from her vacation collection that she has now made permanent, and I also picked up the new shade, which is Wisteria. Now let me just tell you, I just swatched these on my hand. Whew. We're using Wisteria today because it is freaking amazing. Alright, so I have done my eyebrows as always. If you want to see a tutorial on that, I'll make sure I link it down below. Before we get into the video, if you haven't already subscribed, please make sure you do, and we'll jump on in and get started. So I've had a little bit of a play with the palette on this eye. I've created this look, so I'm just going to show you how I created it on the other eye. Today we're using the Ciate London Pretty Fun and Fearless palette. This is the Morello palette. So I pretty much picked this up because of all of the cooler tones, but at the same time it's got some warmer tones in there, which also is appealing to me as well. So yeah, I thought for today's look we'll use the cooler tones, considering I never really use cooler tones. So we'll just jump right in and get started. I will bring you in a little bit closer. So first of all, I'm going to prep my lids with the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. Alright, now we're going to jump into the Ciate London and Morello palette. This is the Pretty Fun and Fearless palette. We're going to jump into My Tribe, which is this nice bone colour. So now we're going to jump into Jet Setter, which is this nice light purple shade. We're going into Flirt now. Now we're going to go into Daydream, with this nice dark purple. Now we're going to go into Fierce, which is a pretty purple shimmer shade. And as always, I'm going to go in with my MAC Fix Plus as well. I always use this for shimmer shades. And we're going to go right in on the centre. Then we're going to go back in with that dark shade, the Daydream shade. We're just going to make sure that it all blends in together. Right, so we're going to leave the eyes for now, and I'm going to zoom you back out. We're going to do some face. Alrighty, so moving on to the face. So yesterday I tested out the Fenty Beauty Primer and Foundation. And I was really impressed with what my makeup looked like. I was actually sitting there at 11 o'clock last night saying, I don't want to take my makeup off because it looks so good. And my makeup has never looked as good as it did wearing this foundation. So even wearing my Marc Jacobs foundation the night before, I was impressed by that, but I was even more impressed by this. But considering that I used it with the primer yesterday, I'm going to test it without this primer and see if that makes a difference. So I'm going to see if you have to wear it with the primer or if you can go with just getting the foundation. I'm going to use a primer that I always use, one of my most loved primers, and we're going to see how it goes with that today. So we're going to use pretty much my favourite primer that I've ever used. This is the Stila One Step Correct. This is supposed to be a skin correcting and brightening serum primer, but I don't know if the whole skin colour correcting stuff happens with this, but I just love it because it is moisturising and it is not like that greasy feeling on the skin. It just hydrates, moisturising, not greasy. So I love this. So we're just going to use that today. So I've used this Killawatt a bit and I do like it a lot. So we will see if using a different primer will keep the foundation the same. Alright, so now that I have primed my face with that Stila primer, we're going to jump into the Fenty Beauty foundation. So I got the shade 190. When I tried this yesterday, it seemed to match my skin quite well. It was slightly more on the pink side, but I can get away with it, which is okay. And if this works well with this primer today and it works just as good as it does with its own primer, I'll more than likely be buying a lighter shade for when I'm fair. Alright, so yesterday I used my beauty sponge damp and it worked pretty well. So we're going to go in again today the same way. I'm only doing one side of my face at a time because this does dry down very, very quickly. So the colour change is more of a dry down, it's not an oxidization. So yeah, you can see how that went quite a bit darker when I blended it out and it dried down. So yeah, that is a light coverage. That's why I say it's more of a buildable coverage, and yesterday I was able to build it up and it looked nice still. I do prefer a buildable coverage as well because sometimes you don't really want to have a full coverage, but for the times that you do, having a buildable coverage is awesome. Alright, so it's applied just as nicely as it did yesterday, so we will see how it goes for the rest of the day, and yeah. Hopefully it's as good without the primer as it is with the primer. Alrighty, so I'm going to go in now and conceal with my Tarte Shape Tape. This is in light neutral. Now these do oxidize. So these look super light when you first put them on, but then they will oxidize and go a bit darker. So always go a bit darker, always go a bit lighter in shade with this one because it will oxidize quite a bit. And then blend it out with my sponge. So now I'm going to go in with my favourite setting powder, the Mercier, and then we're just going to go and set our under eyes. Alright, so we're going to go in with some bronzer now. I'm going to go in with my Nars Laguna, known as Big Bronzer Brush. Alright, so we're going to go into the Anastsia Beverly Hills Contour Palette. This is the light medium colour. Just going to pick up this shade and a little bit of this shade. So now I'm just going to neaten up my actual face contour. Going to go back into my Mercier powder and my sponge, and we're just going to do a little bit of a line. Too bad I'm not like going anywhere cool today because like this is an awesome look. I'm just going to be going up the street grocery shopping with an awesome full face of makeup. Why not, right? Alrighty, so I don't think I've given this a go on my channel, on my face yet, but I'm going to go into the Tarte Big Book of Big Blush Book 3. This thing is awesome. It comes with 7 blushes and a highlighter. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I know they have another one which I want to get as well, which is like, I think it's 8 blushes and 2 highlighters. They're not the full size, this is full size, but the other one's kind of like the smaller deluxe size version, but you get like tons of shit in it, so I'm probably still never going to go through it. Alright, so for today's look, what blush am I going to use? This shade right here, which is called Rad. Let's hope that it's a rad shade. I'm probably going to have to lighten that up a little bit because that was very pigmented. So now we're going to go back into that Chloe Morello palette. So we're going to start off with Jet Setter again. So this nice light purple shade. Right, then we're going to go back into Flirt, so this colour right here. Then we're going to go back into Daydream. So I'm just going to go ahead and put on some lashes and I'll be right back. Alright, so I have my lashes on. These are the, I think it's called Ding Sen, I'm not sure. So these lashes I get off of eBay. These are around $1.30. If I can find the link, I'll link them down below. But I love to use these lashes. They just look so pretty and they were so freaking cheap. This look looks really cool today. I actually like this. I don't really go for the cool tone shades very often and I'm actually enjoying this. So yeah. First of all, we're going to go back into the Chloe Morello palette. We're going to go into Dainty, which is the shade just here. I'm going to go in with a little detail brush. I'm just going to put this on the inner corner. Alright, so now we're going to try out the new Kylie Ultra Glow in Wisteria. So this one is super iridescent and purple. So I think this will look really cool with this look. I just hope that I don't overdo it and make my face look like a glittery mess. I'm gonna give it a go anyway, and if I ruin this look, then yeah. I'm literally just tapping in there ever so lightly, the tiniest little bit on there. Can you see it? Okay, well maybe it's not as pigmented as I thought it was going to be, so I can put a bit more on. Oh, it actually looks nice. I thought it was going to be more glittery than that, but it's actually nice. When I first touched it, I thought it was going to be super glittery because of the way it's swatched on my hand, but it doesn't seem to be very glittery. I think the brush that I'm using is actually knocking all of the glitter off of the face. I'm just leaving the shimmer because the glitter seems to be there, but it doesn't seem to be staying on my face. So I guess if you want to use this highlighter and not have glitter on your face, use a brush like this. Yeah. I guess you have to use it a little bit more precisely to actually get the glitter on your face. Because yeah, like the glitter's just disappearing when I rub my face, so that's okay. I was a little bit worried that the glitter was going to be too much, but that's good. That means that I can use this for many different things, not just costume makeup. Okay, I think I'm only going to use this for my cheekbones, and I'm going to use a different highlighter for the rest of my face because it's not good for everywhere else. It's only good for your cheekbones, I think. So I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty highlighter duo, the Killawatt duo. So I'm going to go into the one which is Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal, and I'm just going to grab Fire Crystal and just, when I did my makeup yesterday, I used this highlighter, and seriously, by the end of the night when it was 11 o'clock and I was saying that I didn't want to take my makeup off, this highlighter was still as perfect as it was when I first put it on. So these last amazingly. If you are interested in getting any kind of highlight, I would suggest getting one of these. It has a subtle highlight and a more intense highlight, so you can choose kind of what kind of highlight you want for the day. But yeah, this lasted all day. This was exactly the way it was when I first put it on by the end of the day. Alright, so for lips today, I'm going to go into the Gerard Cosmetics Hydra Matte in Skinny Dip. So this is going to be slightly more cool toned for this cool tone look today. I like this look today. I'm just going to go ahead and fix up my hair and I'll be back. Alright, so I have gone ahead and fixed up my hair, just straightened it for today. I did cut it the other day. I cut it myself. I cut about like 2.5 inches off, and the ends kind of look a bit ratty, but I don't care. And last of all, I'm just going to throw on some setting spray. This is the Skindinavia makeup finishing spray, the bridal version. I like this one, so we're going to use it today. Let's just get my hair out of the way. Alrighty, so that's just allowed everything to sink into the skin and look like it's my own skin. So this is the final result. So I'm going to wear this for the rest of the day, and I'm going to see if that primer does make a difference with the Fenty foundation. At the moment, it's applied the same. It's still looking as good as it did when I applied it. So far, so good. We will see how it looks at 11 o'clock tonight when I don't want to take it off, hopefully. Fingers crossed. And I do like that highlight from Kylie, that Wisteria one. The glitter doesn't show up on your cheeks if you use a fluffier brush like this. So this kind of brush kind of just knocks the glitter particles off of your cheeks. So it's more just a glow, which I like. So I'm glad that it's not glittery. But at the same time, it'll be cool to be able to use it so that it's a bit glittery as well if you're doing something like a costume makeup. I think it's cool that she actually brought it out around Halloween time, because this would be awesome as a cool glittery glow for like a Halloween costume. I've still got a few more products that I'm going to need to test out. I've still got a few more products coming in the mail as well. So when they come, I will more than likely do another video like this with some new products for you guys. This last weekend of just new products that I've been using, I've really been loving my makeup. So I think it's good that I've started to try out some new products. I think I was just getting in a little bit of a rut where I was using the same products over and over and they just weren't doing anything for my face. So yeah, I'm happy that I'm trying out some new stuff. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.